All right, hello, my name is Hannah Grube, and I'm doing my presentation on the photographs of James Nachtwey. And I'm going to be reviewing 4 of his photos by me. So the photos that I decided to take were from the years 2000, 1998, and 2001, respectively. They appear to be unaltered, just taken by an older camera, and they're a little bit grainy for the time, I think, but maybe they were just taken by an older camera that would make it grainier. Essentially, many of James's photos are of tragic moments in history, to send a message to the people of the future to say, don't let this happen again. This is something that he's expressed on his website, and which is one of the places you can view his photos. He's been featured in museums and galleries and all that stuff, and his website is linked there where the text is blue. So the first photo I wanted to talk about was this photo taken in West Bank, Israel in the year 2000. James' caption for this photo was Palestinians fighting the Israeli army. And I think that this is very significant because it shows violence in a real way. There's smoke and there's fire, and people are in action. It shows not exactly what's happening, but from context clues you can kind of deduce that this is from, a war or a battle. Personally, to me, I think this fits into interpretive, because if you didn't have the caption, you might not exactly be able to tell what exactly is going on here. So you have to kind of make that conclusion yourself. This is the next photo that I wanted to talk about. It was taken in 1998 in Indonesia, and the caption was, "A homeless child slept off a drug high on the streets of Jakarta." I want to say that this photo also fits in the interpretive category, because you see this child's head, but you don't see the full body, and you don't see even the bottom half of their face. So you're not really sure what's going on, and if it weren't for the caption, once again, you wouldn't really know what this picture was depicting other than the upper half of a child's head. Though the way it is framed is very interesting. Maybe that was on purpose to make it more interpretive, but that's just what I think. But the caption makes this photo a lot more ethically evaluative, because it's saying that this is what this child went through. This child was forced to do drugs and is now, suffering the consequences. And if you look kind of closely, you can see maybe, a little bit of distress, but it doesn't exactly show it. This is the next photo, and this one was taken on the events of 9/11 in New York, the collapse of the South Tower of the World Trade Center. And I picked this photo because it is very obviously ethically evaluative. The collapse of the World Trade Center and the events of 9/11 are very easily recognizable for any American person. So it's not, anyone can guess really what's going on here. And it's ethically evaluative because of the cross presented in the foreground, the cross being the symbol of Christianity and good faith and holiness, and that being presented in the foreground of a horrible tragedy in American history really makes this evaluative in an ethical way. And I think it's important that we see this, because it's reminding us, even if you're not, it doesn't really mean you have to be Christian to believe this. It means, like, if you have morals, if you have morality, you need to realize that this is not something that can ever happen again. History cannot repeat itself. And that was kind of James Nachtwey's purpose for taking these photos. This was the last photo that I decided to talk about. This one was also from the 9/11 attack in New York. And this is just a photo of 3 men searching for survivors. And I think this one can fit in the category of theoretical, because without the caption, once again, it is not immediately obvious what this is about. Also, the silhouettes and the very, very hazy, foggy backlighting makes this a very interesting, kind of spooky photo. It gives it the kind of ghostly vibe. So that's why I think it's theoretical, or interpretive. I'm sorry, I meant interpretive. But yes, while this is also portraying the events of 9/11, it is portrayed in a very different way. So I think that is interesting, and it also serves the same purpose. But yeah, that's basically all I have.